yelling at him and telling him that I hope he gets fucked in the ass by a homeless man with AIDS. Holy crap, you're a mouthpiece to fascism. I think this episode of Pros vs. Joes is over. He says this again later on because he doesn't have any other arguments. Jesus Christ says in Christian Bible that the world is fucked and we can't do anything about it. Do you believe that bullshit? I don't know what that has to do with anything. We're talking about Islam. We're not talking about Christians. And besides, nothing compares to what the what the Quran is, which is a complete war manual from beginning to end. Only like 0.5% of Muslims are radical. Go to an imam and talk about what Islam really is. You don't know. Only what you're told by propagandists. Go talk to Muslim people. Notloz2. How do you know that I don't talk to Islamic people? How do you know that I don't know people of Islam? You don't know that. Notloz2. I'm Notloz2. I suck cock to pay the rent. I'm Notloz2. Do you know any people of Islam? I doubt it. Here's where I continue to explain radical Islam to this bag of excrement. The reason they hate us is because radical Islam calls on every Muslim to wage a jihad by sword on all non-believers, as taught by the Prophet Muhammad in the Quran and the Hadith. All who do not live under Sharia law must live under second-class citizenship known as dini status. Newsflash, saying newsflash instead of getting to your point makes you sound like the lefty, trolling rape victim you are. Newsflash! That's how I make my argument. I say, newsflash! Newsflash! I'm going to do that now every time before I talk. Newsflash! Notloz2. 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 You're stigmatizing all of Islam. You know what stigmatization is? Yeah, you're mentally ill. What the fuck is he talking about? He called it stigmata, as if, like, I was bleeding out of my palms. He wanted to say you're stigmatizing all of Islam. Instead he says, you have stigmata videos. Which means people who bleed out of their ass and hands and eyeballs. Because he's a douche. You legitimizing this stigmatic video. You fervent believe in anything American, capitalist, and Republican. That is correct, sir. Another favorite tactic by the leftists, you call me a fascist. I'm a fascist and you're a Democrat. What did I say that makes you think I'm a fascist, really? Other than when I got so pissed off at your ridiculous arguments in defense of genocide and death that I pretty much stopped arguing with you and told you that I hope that your dad, when he rapes your sister in front of you and gets your sister's sweet, sweet pussy juice all over his cock and then pulls it out and then makes you suck on his cock as your sister's sweet pussy juice drips down your face, that you somehow can actually think of an actual answer, as opposed to just, you're fascist, you don't have reason, I'm a professor, and my name is Notloz2. No, die! You're such a throwback, just evolve already, or you bought and sold, that's what get paid to lie to people. Which is it, innocence or ignorance? You love these arguments, don't you? He doesn't make points. He just accuses other people of being ignorant or too innocent to understand things. He doesn't cite anywhere or know anything. He's just a douche. This is why I respond to him. I know Muslim people. You don't know Islam. Quote me the peaceful part of the Quran, and I will tell you why it's nullified when quoted in context. The Crusades were in defense of the Christian Europe. Without the Crusades, the Islamists would have taken Europe by sword, and we'd all be living in the 12th century in darkness under Sharia law. This is where he claims, really, Israel and Antioch seems mighty far away from Christian Europe. LOL, you don't even know what you're talking about. Okay. Oh, this is great. Only me, my friend, biting my tongue. I'm telling you how it really is. I'm a conscientious Enlightenment philosopher. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, let's just put it that way, that you suck dick. I'm trying to make you aware of being aware, not just aware sometimes. He's a conscientious Enlightenment philosopher, which means he's a faggot, a pussy, a liar, and a fraud. I'm a conscientious Enlightenment philosopher. So fucking what? Who the fuck cares? What the fuck do I need your fucking title for? I don't give a fuck what you fucking call your fucking self. You're a douche. You're an overgrown douchebag. I'm a conscientious Enlightenment philosopher. Shut the fuck up. That's where I started quoting the actual history of the Crusades, and he pretty much said, geez, you accuse me of having a horde of people in my... Yeah, I have to believe that he had a horde of people in a room feeding him lines, because I know he's a douche. He's proven to be a douche, and there's no way that he could come up with more than a four-letter word. There's no possible way. He's a retard. So I accuse him of having people in his room feeding him logic. No, you misunderstand me. When I said I wanted your teacher shot, was that I hope you die. That's all I meant. Don't mistake. I was kidding about the Getty. I just want you dead. That's all. I don't give a fuck what you call yourself. Eat a fucking chainsaw. I'm an enlightenment professor. Okay, and I'm 6'2". Okay, now that we know your title, does that help us? Does that mean I'm supposed to run away in fear? Oh God! I don't want to argue with a philosopher now, do I? Oh shit. Alright, here we go with the philosophy. I agree with your line of logic, however, two is smarter than one. Have more of a knowledge base to work with. Oh, by the way, I'm an absolutist, whereas I think that knowledge is absolute and... whatever. An example would be right versus left, where the left has superior morals and intelligence beyond it, for they do not validate an ancient system. The left is smarter. Wow, that guy is really brilliant. So, in other words, instead of making an argument or a point, he's pretty much used very fancy fucking words to say, I win, I'm right, you're wrong. Not citing any history, not citing any points, nothing. The left has been responsible for massive genocide, or the ignoring of massive genocide, since World War II and onward. The left lives in a society where they want bigger government, more power, and more of your taxes. For the people. Yes. For the children! For the sick! For the poor! Oh, we must have more of your money. That's the left. The sick, the poor, the dying! We need more programs! He doesn't make a point. He doesn't say why he thinks the right is better than the left. I'll tell you why I believe the right is better than the left myself. I believe the right to bear arms. I think it is one of the major reasons, one of the major things that will make crime drop. I believe that death penalty will make the crime drop, and I believe that elimination of the parole system will make crime drop. I believe in capitalism, and I believe in a good economy, because I like to make money. And I believe that through competition is the only way that we can have commerce, which he doesn't, because he's a socialist. He believes that competition eventually leads to ruthlessness. Good, live in Canada. See how great your country is in Canada. Canada. He's in Canada. Okay, whatever. Enjoy. That's right. Again he calls me a fascist. Doesn't explain why, but okay. He claims I'm cutting and pasting myself into a hole. This guy wants to ignore history. I keep quoting him, the Crusades. But he wants... He's a fucking dude. And then he fucking writes this fucking private fucking letter to me. You must concede before we can continue to... do I? Really? What a fucking blackmailing, fascist piece of shit. I hope you fucking die in a most miserable, horrible death, worse than cancer. I hope it happens publicly. I hope you are shot in public with the words, asshole, carved into your chest, so that people know what happens to people like you. That's what I hope for you. He called me your name. Get over it, you fucking pansy. That's right, I want you dead.